We're taking a look at our
video, let's
sample
come full
guide.
wide. Let me get a
Hold position.
better situation.
Not that one? This one? Oh, okay. I thought it was that one. Is it that one? Not a priority.
All right, Aaron, push in.
Well, if it's not a priority and we're just at the beginning of the dive, we won't collect it because we don't want to fill up our boxes with it.
What type did you decide it was?
Umbellapathes.
So not a priority?
No, not a priority, especially at the beginning of a dive.
All right.
When we have many hours to go.
All right, Aaron, let's come wide so we get the lasers in the shot.
But Brandy, you can see the black exoskeleton, and that's why it's called a black
let's
coral.
come full wide.
Okay.
This far away, you can't really see the black anymore, but when we were in close, you could see the black exoskeleton.
I see.
All right, I'm going to come up a bunch underneath you and then push back out forward as I can.
And that's a Venus flytrap?
Yes. I think it's just
Venus
is it a Venus flytrap or is it just a flytrap?
I think it's just a fly trap, but I was also told on a cruise recently that everything that we were calling a fly trap anemone, which looked like that, wasn't actually a fly trap anemone. So now
is a wall.
I'm not sure if they're actually fly traps or if they look like fly traps, but they aren't actually fly traps. It's a tough call.
Oh, over to the right. I mean, sorry, left.
It's the yellow.
So that's a stalk crinoid, is that right?
Yep.
It's not on our list. Okay.
Are you talking about the yellow?
Video push in quick.
Yeah.
Let's hold
Pretty.
that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
How would you characterize that one?
Very Dr. Seussish.
Yeah.
Truffle trees.
There's a lot of that down here.
Now that's a bamboo coral next to it, this white, with is that another anemone? Okay.
Yeah.
That looks like that could be a canella, which is on the list.
Okay, so you want to collect that, Danny? You want us to collect that?
Can you get Gary to weigh in on that?
Yeah, he's saying yes.
All right, full wide. So we do want to collect this?
Yeah. Now, Gary, how much of this do we need to collect?
Rennie, did you copy that? They want to collect.
Well, we need to get several
Roger.
several of the branches to show
all right,
the
so I'm going to need to
pattern of.
Well,
so
we're
get 2 or 3 of the branches together.
I would
Okay.
back up some.
You want to back up a little?
Yeah.
So they have to get this.
What was I going?
position
080.
it.
Okay.
So
that's fine.
225,
it'll be a bit.
15 meters, 225?
Yep.
Bridge nav. Ship move 15 meters, bearing 225. Thank you.
I can't keep my eyes
Science
off the yellow.
confirm we're going to
So
collect this
pretty.
bamboo.
Are we going to collect this?
Yes. So when we're ready to start taking images, we would
Yep.
want to get lasers on it, lasers off of it, close in. And then we need about 2 or 3 branches. We don't need the whole thing. So
Right.
let's take a close look at it when we get in closer, zoom in closer. And they have to, and they have to be joined together. So we'll just see how much of it we can leave.
Right.
Can we see if we can get some good pictures of the base? I know it's a weird angle.
Yeah. Aaron, how much farther can we zoom in?
I haven't
We're
zoomed
not-
yet.
we're
I'm
not
waiting
zoomed
for
right
Greg.
now. Yeah.
Are you good to go, Greg?
Just a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that.
Right.
So go ahead and come up some. Bring the delta to like 28.
Yeah, I'm just not, I'm cranking the gain and I'm not really seeing it very well.
All right, video, let's go ahead and push in.
So if Aaron, if we can, we're going to want the polyps. This is great. We're also going to want the base. I know we're at a bad angle for that. So as much as possible, maybe look at the base a little bit.
It's kind of the best we can get of the base.
Okay.
All right, it looks like you're starting to move backwards.
And Gary?
Yeah, the ship move is complete, so Argus should hopefully
pick out
back
how
up
much, how many branches, because we need to get it all at once, so you're going to need to be select. Okay.
All right, Aaron, let's get the lasers in.
All right.
Frame. That's good. Now it's picking up. So let's go ahead and look all the way down with your camera.
I'm already pretty close, but I can go further.
Yeah, you can go further. You can kind of see what looks like the right angle there. That's your hard stop that's painted.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was going to be the camera, like, housing. That
No.
gray cover. Okay.
And let's step this down when you get a chance.
Cool.
So we can go down to 50. Yeah, you can see the bottom with Argus.
Do I have more to keep going down?
You do, but there's no real reason
Okay.
to. The vehicle is kind of sliding backwards a little bit with the ship.
Do you want another little bump back 10 meters?
Yeah.
We're pretty much directly above, but a little bit. Bridge nav.
So
One
Greg,
step,
let me know
10
when
meters,
I'm going to
225.
point to how
Should I
much
do
of this
another
we can
set
take.
of-
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see. Are you guys happy with the zooms without the lasers and the images with the lasers?
It would be good if we could get a little bit more of the base. I know it's mostly blocked by the angle we're at, but if we could do one more zoom that got a bit of base, that would be helpful.
Okay, let me try.
And if we can get the lasers at the base, that would be good too. There you go.
So there's lasers at the base, and then I'll look up and we'll do a zoom all the way in.
Okay.
I'll change the angle just a little bit. Okay, Aaron,
Yep.
zoom all the way in. That's the best we can give you for the base from here.
Okay, got it. Thank you. They're picking which branch to cut right now, so they'll be getting back with you about that shortly.
Sure. Do they want a full view of it?
I think we've gotten a full view already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
All
we're
right.
good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Aaron, let's come full wide and I'll get the other Aaron.
Sounds good.
Okay. Can I use the bubble cam for the gauges?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's zoom in. Video, are you good to zoom in? Let's hold that. Yeah, they're pretty sharp. And there's an overlap, so they actually shear. It's like 6.
Yeah, that's lower than the other ones. This is the res.
Yeah.
So that's down 2.5 psi from the last one. It was it. Oh no, 5.5. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so it's pretty much good. And then if you're done with bubble, if you'll go straight down, we'll look at the coral.
Cool.
Hey, Jan. So we also have the view in bubble, so let's. Just a different orientation of the.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's see if we can darken that just a little bit. Yeah.
That's shift and
Yep.
then.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Oh no, too much.
Too far. Too far.
Too far. Yeah. Yeah, there's a pan tilt zoom camera that's mounted to the brow of the vehicle.
Do you want me to zoom in a little bit?
Stick of pointing. So pretty close to the base is what we're looking at the. Okay. Oh, we should tell Mike. Mike, we are set up. You are stick locked down with a little bit of forward. And video, let's come full wide on Herc. Just give you a perspective. Right, so you're kind of wedged in this little crevice. And Argus is right above you, maybe a little bit forward. But we're pretty stable. They want to take a sample of this coral, but they want a decent amount. They're talking about getting this branch, and this branch all in one snip. So you'd be cutting down here. And we've done one push core. Z-bias was slightly heavy, but I turned it down because I was pushing down too much. I didn't want to mess with stick lock again.
So for everyone just tuning in, welcome. We are in the middle of a watch change right now, so not everybody will be on SPL. Just bear with us for a couple of minutes while the previous watch leaves the van and the new watch schedule comes on in.
Audio check. Is that hot? Audio check.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Like the back row's still getting situated there.
Well, Jess, you can go for that if you want to once they're in their seats back there.
How's the back row doing back there?
We are getting settled. Can you hear me? This is Sai 2.
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome.
I think we're all set.
So Herc, I think the game plan here was to collect 3 branches of this coral, but close to the base.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we got handed over. So if you guys are settled, we'll go in and go about that right now.
Excellent.
All right.
rack back by any chance there, Mike? Would you mind looking over a little bit and we'll zoom in?
What do you want? Speak up. Is that what you
All
want?
right, video, yeah, you want to push in a little bit there, please? That's good.
Try and get up over that. Like they want these ones.
That's right.
Yeah, all right. Somewhere around here, guys.
Well, no, they only want the bottom part, so you gotta try to get the fingers in there. Like leave this.
Roger. Do you mind if we look down a little bit? That's good.
Yeah, you want to be like, get that behind you. Get your jaws in there somewhere. You guys just want like the lower three?
Yes, that looks great. The lower three.
So like not what we have here?
Well, I guess you do have a bigger...
We have a lot of it.
You do. As long as the main point is to get the branches close to the base so that they're still connected, so that when the cut happens, we don't have 3 separate branches.
Yeah. I think it looks like we kind of have that now, but we might have more than you've asked for.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, that's okay.
All right.
All right. So this is good here?
Yeah, you might want
Just
to rotate a bit
little
and get more like normal to the face.
Yeah,
Get it down
I
as low as you
agree.
can. It's looking good.
Not all the way in, damn it. But shoot.
I think it's okay. That looks pretty good. Does it look good to you guys?
Yes.
Did you want to push in a little bit there? Yeah, that's good.
So science, are we happy with this?
Yes, very happy. Thank you.
Okay. Have a location to put that?
Yeah, I was thinking, is it possible to put it in starboard bio box E?
Sorry, I can barely hear you. Is it
Oh, let me turn it. Can you hear me
Starboard
now?
E.
starboard
Starboard
E?
E, yeah.
Okay.
Roger.
So since
So Jess, I would always put this back to number 4 whenever you're going around the side there. Gives you a good view of it. Keep the arm tucked in and keep your wrist yawed all the way.
Yeah.
It's just a good habit no matter what you're doing. Yeah. Exactamo. All right, I'm going to switch cameras.
Roger that.
I remember how. That's not right. Okay, box out.
Jan, can you hear me? Okay.
Starboard E.
Yep.
Okay, will do.
Excuse me.
Data, do we have a sample number for that?
Okay.
A little more
Sorry,
spin.
wait, can you hear me now?
Almost there. Oh.
I've got the sample number.
One always comes out.
No. Box of peanuts.
I heard a faint whisper back there.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, yeah, it's
that should be good.
NA116-002.
Okay, thank you.
Looking good.
Oh, sorry about that.
Sample tray in. Okay, I'm gonna switch cameras.
Roger.
Okay, Herc, this is side 2. Can you hear me?
Yep,
okay.
I'm clear.
So there was a request to have the lasers pointed at the base and just take a few screen grabs and then we can move on.
Sure thing. Okay, video, go ahead, zoom in there.
Okay.
We'll only get so much zoom and the lasers will go out of the frame. That's about it there.
That looks good.
Great, I got a few.
Hey, you got what you need?
Okay, yes, we did.
All right, full wide, please, video.
Is it okay if I reset this? USB to cursor?
Yep. Where did the porch light go?
I think it was taken off for one of the science gears, and then we haven't put it back on.
It's in here or something. It's
Yeah.
It's this one.
It goes a Roman, yeah, some Roman gear thing.
Is it connected, do you know?
I'm not sure. Oh, it is. Oh, that was correct.
Yeah.
Back row, can
That's
you can you see high pack?
Yes, we can.
All right, so just a warning that the position with the USBL is not great right now, so we're kind of estimating to don't totally trust those circles. But we are currently about 50 meters off of waypoint 2.
Okay.
And then looking into the future, let's zoom out a bit. Our next waypoint is over here. So once we get up to waypoint 1 or waypoint 2A, we can make the decision if you guys want to shoot up there or follow a certain contour.
Okay, that sounds good. I got instruction to head to waypoint 2, and obviously we'll see what it looks like, but we will most likely follow the contour to the next waypoint.
Okay. Can you see everything?
So waypoint 2 is just right here?
That's yeah, that's where we're headed now, and then the next one's the one over here.
Yep, all right.
All right. We good to go?
Yep. It's not, how far is it? It's not very far.
50 meters.
Okay, just call in a couple of like 20-meter moves.
Okay. And I'm going to, so 20 meters bearing 063, sound okay? Maybe a little,
yep.
That's
Sure.
good? Okay.
Works for me. Okay.
Bridge nav. Did you suggest 10 or 20? I'm sorry.
20. You can do 20 meters just for that distance.
Okay. Bridge nav. Can we get a 20-meter step bearing 063? So 20 meters bearing 063.
It's like a rogue fish.
063.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like change. Don't like this yellow stuff.
Oh.
Thanks, Lounge.
Hi, Nautilus viewers. Welcome. This is the 12 to 4 shift. We've just switched over. My name is Dave. I'm the Science Communication Fellow, and we're currently exploring Box Canyon.
Starting to look up a little bit for you.
What's that?
So I'm starting to look up a bit for you, so it gives you some more scope.
Yeah.
So in general, we're looking for areas like that in the upper left corner that are sticking up above the general relief.
That bearing was a little sharp, so next step I'm going to bring it to 084. That's okay.
Roger.
Roger.
Bridge nav.
Octopus.
Oh, yeah.
Can I have another 20-meter step bearing 084, please?
Video, can we just push in, just zoom in a tiny bit, just past all that stuff, exactly. Yeah.
Ooh, nice octopus.
Hey everybody. There is a request to have everybody introduce themselves, since it seems like there's a little bit of a lull and we're moving. Would everybody like to introduce themselves who just joined us on the 12 to 4 shift?
Yeah, let's do it.
Can we start with video?
Sure, my name's Ashley. I'm coming from Montana State University. I'm the video engineer intern. Super excited to be on the cruise.
That's the line.
And it's your first time out?
Yeah, it's my first.
I think it's kelp.
It looks like a crack down there.
Yeah?
Yeah, it did. I'll keep going on the introduction train. My name's Jessica Sandoval. I'm on the ROV team from San Diego.
Michael Hannaford, sitting in the Herc seat from St. John's, Newfoundland.
Erin Heffron, I'm navigator on this expedition, on this watch, Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
This is Mugda Flores. I am the data logger on this watch, and I'm on the science team.
Sage Tizak, I'm GIS analyst for Greater Fairlands, and I'm science party.
Hi, this is Caitlin Grafe. I'm with the Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuary, and I'm the science watch lead from 12 to 4, and I'm really excited to find some new stuff.
Zoom in there, video.
Pretty cool.
I'm Guy Cochran. I'm a research geophysicist with the U.S. Geological Survey, specializing in habitat mapping.
A science team. Do we know what we're looking at right there?
That's a skate, and I will tell you what kind in a little bit.
And can you also tell us, what is our goal on this shift? What are we doing
Bridge
here
nav.
at Box Canyon?
So
Another step, please, 20 meters, same bearing.
So this skate is most likely a rough tail skate, and it's most likely a male based on the long claspers you see coming from the back of the tail. Our primary goal for this
Full wide video.
dive is exploration, but it has goals with it to collect species of corals and sponges that we need more taxonomic identifications for. And this is the part of the deepest parts of our sanctuary, of the Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuary, that we have been able to explore the deep water capabilities of the Hercules and the Argus are world renowned, and for the most part, the most of the Cordell Bank Sanctuary has been surveyed by ROVs that can't go this deep. So we're here to see it for the first time, to collect species that may be new species or more likely new observations of species for the sanctuary. And we're also going to be doing some other types of collections for sediment and water that will provide other researchers information about environmental DNA or carbonate chemistry. It really is a full ecosystem, benthic ecosystem characterization that we're trying to do.
And is that because we've never been here, or are there other reasons why we want to do this?
Well, I think we've never been here, and the other reasons are to just complete a substrate analysis and depth characterization of taxa, because for the National Marine Sanctuary Program, our mission is to understand what the resources are within the boundaries of the sanctuaries, and then we can use that information to best provide the managers of the sanctuary, the tools for them to protect it.
Video, can we just come in past that stuff in the bottom of the corner there? Whenever we call for full wide, mostly we mean like just in past that stuff.
Sure.
Gonna change our bearing 030, bring us back up slope a bit.
Roger.
Bridge nav. Can I have a 20-meter step bearing 030?
Yeah, try and fiddle with that, Jess.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the same with the Argus sonar pretty soon.
Yeah, it's just so soft.
Yeah. Interesting. This might be curious.
Bridge nav. Another step, please. Same bearing. Yep. Okay. If we're trying to progress up slope, what do we? And we're still coming. Oh, look at you, you giant fish! And we're still trying to move forward, but that's dangerously close. How do we remedy it? Bring it up a bit. Okay. Okay.
He's gonna zoom in there, video.
It's old man fish.
Yeah, I believe it's a blob sculpin.
So, science team, what can you tell us about these blob sculpins? Are these something that we're expecting to see a lot of?
Looks like they're occupied back there, video. Sorry. they have having an internal discussion. Or SCF, sorry.
Oh, mean looking.
He is mean looking. Grumpy.
Aww.
Or maybe he's
Just
sad.
misunderstood.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Just thinking really hard.
Oh, look at that face.
Just a little bummed out.
Man.
Oh man, here I am.
All my friends are around.
Hi, this is Science. I'm back. These blob sculpins are quite cute looking. They are very lazy fish. Wait, I have not ever seen one move off the bottom.
Aren't these the ones that when they bring them up to the surface, they were calling them blob fish because we didn't know what they looked
Hey,
like?
video, come wide.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
I think these are the ones.
What are we moving on? 30-degree bearing?
Yeah,
Aaron?
yeah, and we're about to think about moving away. So Science, we're pretty much on contour with that first, or waypoint 2. Are you happy with that?
I'm sorry, Nav, you might repeating yourself?
Sure, yeah, we are at the same contour depth as that waypoint. We're just a few meters off the exact waypoint. So
Okay.
you happy to start moving towards the next waypoint?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so we'll make that plan of attack.
Something like
So-
back on. That's going to be back around 90 degrees anyway.
So here's something confusing. You know how in the older GUI, this was Argus heading here? The
Oh,
red
no.
was, no, this is Herc heading.
It's always the same?
No, it's always the same.
It's probably better.
Probably better,
but
but
it's just confusing.
just staring at it like, this seems off.
So the 090 is a direct path pretty much, but we are going to be progressively moving up slope at an angle. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, well, it looks okay. We'll start. Yeah, because I see what you're saying. We'll just start going. You can probably call in like a longer than 20-meter move, maybe a 40-meter move to start.
Okay.
I think it's going to be fine. We'll just
See how it goes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bridge nav.
090, roger.
There's some kind of sea star up
Can
in
I
the
get
top
a
of the screen.
40-meter step, 40, bearing 090?
That skinny fish is an eel pout.
All right. What's the distance to that, Aaron?
That distance is, looks like 480 meters. Quite a trek.
Okay. What's going on here? Oh, it's just moved. It's too big, is it?
Oh, that?
This thing is too big.
Oh, this is too big. Oh, I see.
The window's off. The
Yeah,
monitor there.
yeah, that's a good point. Thing got moved around slightly.
Herc, this is Psi 2. Once you're lined up on the ship, is it possible to go over to the next waypoint as quickly as possible if it's mostly mud?
Yeah, I think once we get this first move in and we see how we're going, I think we can just call in a track line and probably try going at half a knot.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it looks pretty sparse around here, isn't it? These are cool.
Sea whip.
So these we would call sea pens, and the difference between a sea pen and a sea whip is that a sea pen is primarily found in soft substrate, and a sea whip would be on rock.
Go ahead and zoom in a little, video.
Does it look like there's something on that sea whip?
Yes.
Yeah.
These are a type of brittle star that are often associated with this kind of sea pen. This is called a distatillum. sea
can
pen.
zoom in a bit further.
And I don't believe the brittle star is eating the sea pen. It's just getting up higher into the water column so that it can grab food from the water.
And what kind of stuff does it feed on? Is it like feeding on like algae or something else?
All this white stuff that we see is the marine snow. Is most likely what it's feeding on, which can be live or dead plankton, zooplankton or phytoplankton.
Looks like we might be fighting the current a little bit. This direction. Slow going.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. You can just call in a track line over to that, Aaron.
Okay.
Either when this move is done or whenever suits you, and try and do it at half a knot.
All right, I'm gonna make a little adjustment to 095.
Roger.
Bridge nav. Can we track a line bearing 095, half a knot, 0.5 knots?
So guys, it looks like we've got about 112 people following us right now. From the United States, from Europe, Germany, the UK.
Wow. Welcome, everybody.
So for those of you joining us, it looks like we're en route from one waypoint to the next. So we're looking at a lot of soft substrate.
And our goal is to find hard substrate, since that's where corals and sponges and will attach to.
Thanks. And why are we looking for those corals and sponges? And do you expect, why do they grow on these hard substrates?
Wait, just sat past the sea spider. Well, they just have, since, let's see, they settle out by planktonic form onto hard rock, and that hard rock is more stable for them to grow on, you know, the mud is a little more dynamic to move, and so these corals and sponges are very rigid creatures, so they need a substrate that won't move.
Oh. Great.
So,
and
sorry,
how did...
Can you hear me okay?
What's that now?
I just wanted to let you know we are tracking a line. It's just, and we might be fighting a little bit of current, so they're just trying to get it up to speed.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
How do these deep corals vary or differ from like the corals that we all think of that are found in surface waters?
Oh yeah, that's a very good question. So primarily what people think of with coral systems are the beautiful tropical coral reefs in warm water island systems, but those corals have a relationship with algae called zooxanthellae, and that's how they live, and they rely on sunlight and that algae to provide its food resources. Whereas here, it's completely dark if we don't have the lights from the ROV. So these corals don't have zooxanthellae. They have feeding polyps, which are like little fingers that grab the marine snow from the water column, and that's how they feed themselves.
Wow, that's amazing.
So these white umbrella-looking things, these are sponges, and they're a glass sponge. So there's a group of sponges, or different types of groups of sponges, and so these are considered glass sponges. And I'm going to look up the name for you, because we have seen these before. They're really beautiful.
Zoom in more video.
Oh, it looks like it's got a little friend there, some kind of shrimp.
That's right. So this is a Caliphacus species, a genus, and it's cool to see the shrimp inside, because that's why we also find corals and sponges to be so important, because they do provide habitat for other organisms of invertebrates and fish. So we might, as we tool along on this dive, see fish hanging out inside of sponges.
And we do have a question. They'd like to know, viewer would like to know, how do we know if the light doesn't disturb all these animals and the inverts that we're seeing?
That's a good question. Since these animals have not seen lights like this before, I don't know what they think of it. I haven't seen any adverse reactions of the fish. They often actually are attracted to the vehicle. Like the fish we just passed is a grenadier, and you can see it. We'll see more of them as we go along at this depth, but they have really large eyes, so they're very sensitive to any light, but they don't scatter when they see the vehicle. But it's a valid question. I don't know the exact answer. I just, from years of watching underwater video, different species react differently, but these deep water ones are a little more curious and not skittish.
And the inverts, they don't seem like they react to the light as well. I assume that they probably have some way of sensing light.
I'm not exactly sure about that. I don't know how they would. They don't have the same kind of neurological ability to do that. And since it is dark down here at all times, really, I think that their best adaptation is being a color that makes them invisible in the dark. So down here, you could talk about which wavelengths transfer. And so things that are red, that's why a lot of the corals are red, and these anemones are red. Without lights on them, they essentially disappear in the dark.
That seems clever. So we've got a viewer from Healdsburg. Hi, Healdsburg.
Just a quick reminder for the team, if you're taking on and off your microphone or moving your mic, make sure to mute it, because it will make a crackling noise over SPL.
And then we have a viewer also asking about that last sponge. I think you mentioned that it's called it's a type of glass sponge.
Video. It's pretty.
Thank you. All right, come wide.
Who let the mapping coordinator into the van?
It's such soft substrate there.
I'm sorry if I missed, there was a question about a sponge.
I know. It's good for corn. Coring.
Type of glass sponge.
Science team, we've got a question from Neha. She'd like to know if we ever see pelagic animals by the seafloor.
Like pelagic animals, such as, could you be more specific? Gelatinous animals or fish or?
Yeah, unfortunately, well, let's see if she'll send us another message, but she wasn't very specific.
Okay, well, maybe I could just answer that. When the vehicle was going down to the seafloor, it took about an hour and a half to get down from the surface to where we are now, and during that time we did see a numerous amount of gelatinous animals and some fishes.